I want to thank you all for coming out tonight. I'm sorry I can't be with you. The Czech Republic has a special place in my heart because my wife's great-great-aunt was married to Tomas Masaryk, and Jan Masaryk was a mentor and friend to my father-in-law. So I knew a lot about the Czech Republic for many years before I was able to visit. The other reason I think almost all of Eastern Europe is of strong interest to me is because the region has gone through every kind of political abomination, from the communist regime to Nazism. And I think that there's an understanding, there's both there's a lack of cynicism, but also a sense of being very clear-eyed about the value of democracy and the value of business that serves people's interests rather than the way around. So I'm very interested in what's going on in your part of the world. I'm standing in a tin shed where our business began in actually did not begin here, but it moved here. It's been here since 1966, this room. And Yvon Chouinard, our founder, still comes out occasionally to forge a piton. I think it's critical to our business, to the way we have been able to develop Patagonia, that we got our start as a climbing equipment company. And the reason is that if you're making equipment for climbers, there's no question about making anything but of the highest quality, because you're essentially trusting your life to the gear, and you're making things for friends of friends who are trusting their lives to the gear. So it was easy for us to feel responsible for the equipment we made in the late 60s and the early 70s. It was also easy for us, I think, to have a strong sense of protecting the natural world, because so many of the people here were climbers and surfers. And if you are a climber or a fly fisherman, you get it's easy, or you get a kilometer from the road and you already have a different relationship to nature. You're no longer the leader of the pack. You have a sense of awe, of being in a part of a force that's bigger than you are. And you get the same as a surfer about 10 feet from the beach when you have the power of the ocean. So it was easy for us to have both a sense of responsibility for what we made and also a responsibility to nature when we regarded nature as something out there that we went to play in, out into the mountains or out into the ocean. It took us a much longer process to begin to understand that nature is something that is also underpins the industrial world, something that it took us longer to realize how every human system relies strongly on a natural system for its ability to survive. And that process is what we talk about in The Responsible Company. We called it The Responsible Company and not The Sustainable Company for a very specific reason, which is that we believe that at this point in time, the best we can hope to be is to be responsible in our behavior. But there is no such thing as yet in an industrial system of creating sustainable systems. But responsibility really just means agency. It means taking responsibility for your actions as a productive person and as an enterprise. And that's essentially, that's why we called it The Responsible Company, and that's what we talk about in the book. So thanks again for coming tonight, and I wish I could be there in Prague.